Okay, Colossal. This is a different sort of film. Um, if you saw the trailer, you know it's Anne Hathaway is kind of controlling a giant kaiju over in Seoul. And later a giant robot shows up as well. But this is more of a kind of a coming age, kind of romantic comedy, kind of, that just happens to then go into a drama sort of with giant monsters fighting in Seoul. I get why this didn't make a lot of money in theaters. This is kind of there's a lot to unpack for this. So Anne Hathaway plays the character of Gloria. Gloria is effectively a socialite blogger. Things kind of go south for her, so she goes back to her old hometown. Runs into, I think it's Jason Sudeikis, who is a guy who had a crush on her, kind of pseudo-stalked her, because it's like, well, you're the only person to leave this town and actually make anything of yourself. And then they kind of reconnect, and he has all these kind of weird, quirky friends. He has a kind of a bizarre, quirky business. They start working together. So about the first 35, 40, 50 minutes of it is all character development. And then the monsters show up. And then as you go through the process of like, oh, here's how the monsters kind of operate. And it works well. You kind of go, oh, that's highly plausible. And then things kind of take a slightly darker turn. Both from the kaiju and giant robot aspect and the interpersonal relationships. It's different. There's a lot going on in this film, and with it being about 100, shade under 2 hours, they fill a lot of that. All the characters get fully fleshed out. When it comes to the origin of the creature and the origin of the robot, they actually get fully fleshed out. It doesn't really leave any dangling plot strings, and I was actually amazed at how much they actually got into this. But I think the fact that the people who went to see this are kind of like, oh, I like Anne Hathaway films, oh, I like Jason Sudeikis. Could we butcher his name? I'm sorry. I would love to see them in kind of a coming-age romantic comedy, but dang it, if I don't want to see a giant monster attacking Seoul, and then a giant robot also in Seoul. So there's a weird overlap that would need to happen to make somebody want to see this film. It had me at kaiju. This looks different. And I'm also a fan of Anne Hathaway, so this film actually, I guess I was the target audience. Sorry I didn't spend $15 million to watch it. It's a very unique sort of film. The fact that it blends so many genres in a way that actually is kind of successful. I say this is definitely worth a watch. If anything, because of how broadly it casts its net.